Hi, everybody. It's the Empowered Target. I hope you're all doing well. I'm making this video tonight at 8 o'clock on Monday, the 24th, because, as you all can hear from my voice, they are fuming me over and over and over, and I'm being hit regularly with radio frequencies. And you know, I had posted a video about a gal that had met with Congress about her targeting, and she started talking about being on a watch list, and there were, you know, different degrees of watch listing. I didn't know this, but there's something called a kill list. And so that was news to me. I haven't been able to get that kind of information in my research. But it certainly seems to me that I might be on that list because they're clearly trying to end my life. They're using plausible deniability, but if you all listen to my earlier videos, like when I first started my channel, I think 7 or 8 months ago, you'll hear the difference in my voice. And it has increasingly gotten worse because of all the fuming and all the radiation. And so having said that about the watch list in the video that I posted, this message is going out to the person that likes to copy my content for their own videos. You know who you are. I'm not going to mention any names, but I've seen it many times, and I actually unsubscribed from this person because I feel like they are stealing content from me. That's pretty sad when people have to stoop to that level, but whatever. So this is a calendar about dogs getting treats, and I love this picture of this dog. It's great. So the radiation is all day and all night. Today was one of those mobbing days. So I have some days where I'm mobbed every day, but the intensity varies. Today was it was high intensity mobbing. You know, there are times when I pull into like the store around the corner that I frequent, and there'll be 1 or 2 cars in the parking lot, and then when I come out, there's 7 or 8 cars in the parking lot, and most people are still sitting in their cars on their phones. That kind of nonsense. A lot of them will come in and they're holding their phones and they're pretending to be on the phone, but regardless, everybody's trying to drain my battery. That's what I'm going to refer to it as now, because this is slow kill. So when I hear that there are, excuse my voice, when I hear that there are so-called targeted individuals that say they've been targeted for 20 years, I have a hard time believing that. Because I haven't been targeted for 20 years. I'm not under investigation for anything. But I'm obviously slotted to die. And not in a fun, pretty, peaceful way, but in a suffering way. That's what they want. Because even just maybe 3 months ago, and you can check out my videos when I was walking outside and my voice wasn't this bad and I didn't have all the swelling in my fingers and joints. They're trying to stop my circulation with all these burns. And they're trying to make my hands inoperable. And I was watching a video. If anybody's heard of Brian Tew, T-E-W, he's a whistleblower from the NSA. And he's got videos out there where he's being hit really hard too. And he's gone from country to country and he's on the move constantly. I'm not going to do that. But he was talking about how one of his hands just no longer works. So there must be a playbook that they follow for people that they want to die. There are people that they want to punish, and then there's people that clearly that they want to die. And I'm not sure how I got on this list, if in fact I'm on it. I can only base this on the horrible abuse that I'm being subjected to. And it's gotten so much worse. So much worse. And the thing about my targeting is, when you're being community mobbed, and they not only want you out of your home, but they want you out of the state, out of the community. Again, I've committed no crimes. It's a little bit different than maybe if an employer, you know, you're a whistleblower, an employer's pissed off at you, or because I met somebody here in my hometown who was also targeted, but she's not being hit with radio frequencies, but she was forced out of her home, and she was homeless at the time. And she told me that she had been poisoned with arsenic. So, I don't know what happened to her, but she seemed to be doing really well. But she's not going through what I'm going through. Not to say that what she's going through isn't bad, because I'm sure it is. But I think that for me, the reason that it has gotten so incredibly intense is because I'm not complying. And when you have strength and you're a strong person, they just have to work harder to kill you. So I'm going to label myself hard to kill. Because as I've mentioned in other videos, it's not my job to make your abuse of me easier. I will fight you, and I plan on doing that. This is the punishment for that. Because I will not. I mean, it's bad enough that I'm in my house being subjected to this, but I'm subjected to it in my car. I'm subjected to it in stores. There isn't any escaping it. I get hit from the satellites as I'm driving. Could be the drones, but I think it's the satellites. So, how did I get on this list? And what makes me more of a threat than somebody else? Because I was thinking about something that happened a few years ago in our neighborhood. One street over, there were some guys living in a house. And I was taking a walk through the neighborhood, and it was in the evening, and I saw probably 6 or 7, maybe more, FBI vans parked along the street. And I thought, what the heck is going on here? Well, the story was that these guys were guilty of doing something with child porn. And it was a whole big to-do. I don't know a whole lot about any more of that. That was just what I was told. But apparently these guys were removed from the neighborhood, and I don't know what happened to them. I don't know if they were jailed. I actually heard that one guy committed suicide, but I don't know what to believe. So apparently that's what they do to people that they consider a threat to society. Those people weren't gang stalked. They weren't poisoned. I'm sure they went through their due process. Or maybe they were arrested and jailed and had to get a lawyer. But I don't know. I don't know what happened to them. But it made me think about my situation. And if I pose such a horrifying threat to society, why hasn't there been an investigation? Why don't I have 9 or 10 FBI vans in front of my house? Because Lord knows I have enough drones and satellites all over the place. Yet I'm not being investigated for anything, and if I were, I would know. If I pose such a threat to society, why torture me? Doesn't really make a lot of sense, does it? And of course the answer is because I'm being human trafficked, because of the money involved, and because there isn't anything that I've done wrong. Maybe my abusers are more sadistic than others. Maybe my abusers are more afraid than other people's abusers are. I don't have any answers. Because as usual, as a targeted individual, no one's going to tell you the truth. No one's going to even acknowledge what's happening. That's why I made the video about normalizing such sick behavior. Because everybody's pretending that nothing is going on. They see the drones. They hear the drones. They hear they see the satellites. They see it all. They see what I see. No one says a word. So I felt like it was really important to make this video to just kind of keep track of the progress, if you will, as to what's happening in my targeting and how it's affecting my health. And that is another way, pardon me, that you can tell if somebody is truly a targeted individual or not. Because 3 or 4 months ago, I was the vision of health. Or at least when the weather was warm. And when I started making these videos, I was extremely healthy. The first thing I started to suffer from when I was hit with radio frequencies and all that radiation was hair loss. But now they're working on everything else. Because hair loss is not enough for them. And it doesn't matter how many supplements I take, and it doesn't matter how many herbs I take, and it doesn't matter what my diet is, because whatever I do to try to fix what they break again. If I take supplements to grow my hair, I get hit with more radiation, more intense radiation, and more often. So they will not let me get one step ahead. They have to be one step ahead. Always. Always got to have that upper hand. And so I had another thought today that I wanted to verbalize. Because it reminds me of how I'm being dehumanized. And what I compare it to. And I'm comparing it to copy, paste, and delete. That's what came to my mind. Because they copy me, then they paste what they learn, imprint it in their brain. That's the paste part. And then boom, let's delete her. That's how simple it is. That's how unimportant and invalid this person is to our lives. You just hit that delete button and I'm gone. That's what they want. That's how they want to make me feel. And I've said this before. They watch you so they can learn. They watch so they can copy you. They want to steal your good qualities. They want to, I wonder, since so many people can see me inside my house, how many people have actually, I don't know, painted their house the same color, organized their cabinets the same color, just copied everything that I have. Do they copy what I eat? Is that what they're doing? Is that why they're watching? So they can do what I do and be who I am. Steal me and my identity. And then delete. Just that easy. I would be very, very interested in hearing some feedback from all of you. But again, I just wanted to make a video to show the progression. Because being a targeted individual and being community mobbed, I don't believe that there's a doctor I can go to that I can trust. I think they want to make me as sick as possible. And that's all there is to it. I have to deal with it because I don't believe for 1 second that there's a doctor out there that I can go to that'll help me. I know my doctor's involved. And I know when I had my skin cancer surgery, which I now understand was from all the burns that they were giving me, I knew that those doctors were involved as well. Somebody left a comment saying that I'm a hard target. They're right. I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe I pose more of a threat. Maybe I'm harder to kill. Maybe they can't knock me down as quickly as they had hoped. And there's nothing I love more than being underestimated. But that just means they have to up their game because at the end of the day, they have to win. So you all stay safe and sane. Till next time.